Imagine waking up to water rising in your home, fields already submerged, half your neighbors displaced, and then hearing that over 200 people have died and your community is just one of over 120,000 displaced across Nigeria. That's not a warning. It's happening now. Floods ravage Nigeria. Deadly toll, massive displacement, states scramble to act. As of September 20th, 2025, Nigeria is facing one of its worst flood disasters in recent memory. According to the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, 232 people have lost their lives, while more than 121,000 others have been displaced by flooding across several states. Some 339,658 people have suffered losses, ranging from property damage to destroyed farmlands, and hundreds are injured or missing. States such as Kaduna, Nasarawa, Bauchi, Jigawa, Niger, Adamawa, and many more are intensifying prevention efforts, emergency responses, and relief operations. Key figures and impact. Deaths and missing. Total of 232 dead, 115 missing persons. Displacement. 121,224 people forced from their homes. Injuries. 681 people sustained various degrees of injury. Damages. 42,301 houses damaged or destroyed. 48,447 hectares of farmland destroyed. Most affected areas. Some states are bearing the brunt more than others. Niger State, 163 deaths here alone, by far the highest in the disaster. Adamawa, 59 deaths, thousands displaced, 23,077, and huge farmland losses. Lagos, though not the deadliest, huge numbers affected. 57,951 people impacted, 3,680 displaced, 3,244 houses damaged. Akwa Ibom, over 40,000 displaced, tens of thousands of homes and farmlands destroyed. Other severely hit states include Imo, Taraba, Rivers, Delta, Abia, Edo, Borno, Gombe, Kigawa, Sokoto, and more. What states are doing? To combat the worsening disaster, many state governments and the federal agencies are stepping up. Early warnings and evacuations, asking residents in flood-prone areas to move to safer grounds. Temporary shelters, setting up camps, using community halls or buildings to host displaced persons. Relief supplies, food, water, sanitation services, medical care being delivered to victims. Infrastructure mitigation, states like Jigawa investing billions of naira into river dredging, building embankments to ease water flow and reduce flood impact. Public awareness campaigns, governments telling people to avoid blocking drainages, relocate from riverbanks, take early action when heavy rains are forecast. Challenges to the relief effort. While efforts are underway, they face serious difficulties. Lack of resources is the biggest obstacle. 68% of reported difficulties are due to funding or supplies shortage. Access problems. Flooded areas are hard to reach. Roads submerged or destroyed make it difficult for rescue teams. Security risks in some areas slow down efforts. Community resistance. In some spots, people resist evacuations or fail to heed warnings. Human and economic cost. Homes lost. Tens of thousands of houses, over 42,000 structures destroyed or damaged. Agriculture hit hard. Nearly 50,000 hectares of farmland lost, threatening food supply and farmers' livelihoods. Health and sanitation risk. With displaced people crowding temporary shelters, waterborne diseases, sanitation breakdown are real threats. Livelihoods lost. Many affected lose income sources. Fishing, farming, small trading, all disrupted. What needs to be done? To reduce future flood damage and improve response, here are key solutions. 1. Improved early warning systems, more accurate forecasts, real-time alerts to vulnerable communities. 2. Better drainage and river management, regular dredging of rivers, clearing drainages, enforcing against blockages. 3. urban planning and land use regulations, prevent building in floodplains, enforce proper zoning, relocate communities in high-risk zones. 4. Invest in flood mitigation infrastructure, embankments, retention dams, flood walls in high-risk areas. 5. Stronger emergency response funding and preparedness. Equip state agencies with resources, train staff, pre-position relief materials. 6. Community sensitization and participation. People need to listen to warnings, avoid risky behavior, and maintain drainage. Why it's critical now. We're in the peak of the rainy season. More rain equals increased flood risk unless urgent action is taken. Nigeria's growing population and expanding urban areas make flood impact worse. More built-up land increases runoff. Climate change trends suggest more intense rainfall, unpredictable weather. Without adaptation and mitigation, floods will keep getting worse. Final thoughts. This flood disaster is a tragedy of scale. Hundreds dead, hundreds of thousands displaced, and huge property and economic damage. But beyond the heartbreak, it exposes gaps in planning, funding, and disaster preparedness. The good news, states are acting. Warnouts, evacuations, shelters, infrastructure works. But unless Nigeria builds long-term resilience in warning systems, infrastructure, urban planning, and community awareness, this cycle of disaster, displacement, and loss will repeat itself. Lives have been lost, fields destroyed, homes washed away. The real test now is whether Nigeria feels this moment, invests in change, and protects its people before the next flood, not just after.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this update and want to stay informed with fast, reliable news, don't forget to subscribe to Newsflash 360. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. Your next headline is just seconds away.